Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys doing alright.
The Göbekli Tepe, it was buried intentionally. Some of the pillars had carvings of humans, animals, and then human and animal hybrids.
Oh, yuck.
A lot of what the Book of Enoch talks about.
Yeah.
This is the connection I made. The Book of Jubilee talks about Canaan, Noah's grandson, and the son grew, and he went to seek for himself a city. He found a writing which former generations had carved on the rock. It contained the teachings of the Watchers, the fallen angels, in accordance with which they used to observe the omens of the sun and the moon and the stars and all the signs of heaven.
That's wild.
Literally what's on these pillars. Here's where it gets crazy. The Göbekli Tepe is in Turkey. They discovered what they are pretty darn sure was Noah's Ark was found in Turkey. And so I'm like, did this dude walk this distance, found it out, said we cannot repeat this process, and they went and buried this thing?
You know Batman?
Oh yeah.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, the Dark Knight.
Have you heard the Joker theory?
No.
So there's a theory that the Joker in Batman, he's actually the hero of the Dark Knight.
The Joker.
So hear me out. Look. Batman is
The Göbekli Tepe.
You know Batman?
Oh yeah.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, the Dark Knight.
Have you heard the Joker theory?
No.
So there's a theory that the Joker in Batman, he's actually the hero of the Dark Knight.
The Joker.
So hear me out. Look. Batman is obviously the hero, but Batman being in the city causes what?
Violence.
Loki causes violence.
Yeah.
Because in order for there to be a Batman, the city has to be bad. Now, when the Joker appeared, in The Dark Knight at least, what did he do? He, deadass, stopped all of the other rival gangs, all of the other organized crime, and he made him pretty much the lead of everything. So there's no longer competition.
Yeah.
There's no longer anybody fighting each other because they're all under one gang.
Yeah.
Right? Now, ended up happening too, because of his reign, Batman kind of disappeared for a while.
Okay.
And that was after the Joker was stopped. Because since the Joker's done, and that was with just one gang, it's peace.
That's fucked. That Loki is true.
Think about it. You know Batman?
Oh yeah.
You know what the reality of it is? The Joker did save the city, but he only put a band-aid on it. What was the next movie about? Why'd Batman have to come back? Oh yeah, because of Bane. Bane came to destroy Gotham City, not Batman. Breaking his back and making him watch Gotham burn was icing on the cake. If you actually remember the movie, Bane was a fucking dummy. Very smart man, but he was a pick things up and break them kind of guy. The woman was the leader, and she was the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, which goes back to the first movie when he let him fly off the train and killed him. Because Gotham was marked for destruction. It was judged already. And those people wanted to see it go bye-bye. Because they knew it would not stop. No matter what anyone would do. Because it's a choice of the people. The people are the city. If the people are corrupt, the city will be corrupt. That's just the way it goes. That's why Bane came, to destroy Gotham.
Oh yeah.
4 realities you must come to understand. 1. Anger is the part of yourself that loves you the most. It knows when you are being mistreated, neglected, or disrespected. It signals that you must take a step out of a place that doesn't do you any justice. 2. Anything that annoys you is teaching you patience. Anyone who abandons you is teaching you how to be independent. Anything that angers you is teaching you forgiveness. Try to think of everything as a learning experience. That's how you grow. 3. A person in 2 months can make you feel what a person in 2 years couldn't. Time means nothing, and character means everything. 4. Accept people as they are, but place them where they belong. You are the CEO of your life. Hire, fire, and promote accordingly. 4.
Why do you think they crucified Christ and beheaded James? Was it they going, I love you, I just love you? What it?
I could be wrong. This man is older and seems more versed than me, but I could have swore they hung him. And they threw James off the first church and clubbed him to death. I could be wrong though. There was more than one James, and the debate of if he got crucified or hung is a, big thing. But I could have sworn to my recollection I read it in the Old Testament somewhere. But when you're on a crusade of learning and you don't remember chapters and numbers, you're just talking out of your ass. But to back up my statement, what's the one special thing that the Lord did for Adam that he didn't do for any other man? It's in the first page. Not give him all that stuff. Not give him the garden. No, that's not. Any man can. Does Adam have the garden now? Adam named all the animals. Do we call the animals what Adam called it? No. So, that doesn't matter. What did he give him? The breath. The breath of life. Remember? His spirit. He breathed his spirit into him. So what better way to mock the Most High than hang him and steal the breath away? You die from not breathing. You know that Satan loves to mock the Most High, right? What better way than that? Oh yeah, to back up another fucking little thing I know, the god Isus, who can that be? The god Isus that the enemies of the Israelites worshipped, to worship that god, you have to hang your enemies in honor to their god. You have to hang them. So, we've already proven we're the chosen. What did they do to us in slavery? Oh yeah. Do you know what the term low-hanging fruit is? Do you know what that means? Do you know? Do you? Do you know what it means to be fruit and a person? You'll figure it out one day.
Doing that? That doesn't get your head cut off. Your head gets cut off when you start to teach with.
You know when you call it...
Why do you think they crucified Christ and beheaded James? Was it they going, I love you, I just love you? Were they doing that? That doesn't get your head cut off. Your head gets cut off when you start to teach, we're the Israelites, God's chosen people. We're going to rule and dominate this world.
What did they do to that dude Brown? What was the slogan? I can't feel my hands. No, that's not the slogan.
When you read John 19, it says Christ made all those soldiers fall to the ground. Boom! Letting them know he could kill them right there. They show that in no movie.
Oh, really?
You'll never see that depicted of Christ. Because in Luke 19 it says Christ was an austere man.
Oh, so Emmanuel could make soldiers drop to the ground. I don't know what kind of power that is. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do that. I mean, if you show that you're like some type of heavenly being or something, that would make people drop to the ground, I guess. Or, you do something different that no one else can do. But I also know, like, what is it, telekinesis or whatever? The Charles Xavier shit, where you can move things. Well, the Old Testament says the Lord sent his spirit down into a man and gave him godly power. Because you know the Lord can't die, right? And, you know, why would he actually come down here and soil his hands? He said he's only coming down here for the big fight. So when, you know, David, Samson, all these people say the Lord came unto me, get it? What better way to mock the Lord than, oh, you got the Spirit of the Lord in you? I'm going to hang him. Hang that nigger. Get the ropes ready. We're going to have ourselves a hanging tonight.
When you look at Paul Stimmy, strict,
Okay.
domineering. That's how he was. A hard-faced. He was really rough. That's how he was.
Austere.
But he also had a soft side because children came to him. Okay, so he had, but you never see that rough, austere side of Christ in any movie. You see, I can say the word homosexual, right?
I don't know. Google?
They portray him as an effeminate. I can say that word.
Yes.
Why do you think they crucify?
Because homosexuals going too far. I don't really see. I mean, I know what they mean. They make them feminine, but there's a level to feminine man and a man that likes men. You know what I mean? Like, because you got rough dudes that like, you know what I mean? They're men. They're hardcore. Would never even know. Then we got the flamboyant, you know, the obvious, and they don't make him that, but they do make him feminized. The way they draw him, the way they draw his face, the way they depict him like his fucking life was easiest. So he was around the poorest people. They were fucking slaves. Yet he's walking around with a fucking white robe on all the time, depicted as a guy in a white robe. Why isn't he depicted with a dusty-ass robe like, you know, those people would have been back then? Because, you know, even people that wasn't slaves was walking around with dusty-ass flip-flops and dusty-ass robes on. They wasn't fucking rocked up, chilling all the time. Stop it. There were people that were. I'm sure they had an outfit or something. But, be serious. Sound the horns. It says he has flaming eyes. Do you think he's Cyclops? Or do you think that... What makes a man's eyes red? The only thing I know are three things. A man that drinks, but you're like a yellowish, maybe red. A man that is furiously fucking angry all the time. And a man that, you know, the easiest one, a man that smokes weed. You know, like, it was legal back then. And I'm sure he read the first page and said, fuck you guys. The Lord said, Adam, anything with a seed, you can do whatever you want with it. And then he said, don't be a fucking drunkard. Don't be a drug addict. So that means, are we allowed to drink? Oh yeah, they were drinking wine and shit. Were they getting high? I wonder. According to the standards of how we live now, no way they were doing that. According to the standards now, he only said turn your cheek and let people pound you into the floor. When you use science and actually learn science and not just what people say things, when you go and learn things, right, and you think, you can literally use science to prove the Lord is real.
Watch this. Did you know that if gravity were slightly more powerful, the universe would collapse into a ball?
I did not.
Also, if gravity were slightly less powerful, the universe would fly apart and there'd be no stars or planets.
Where are you going with this, Sheldon?
It's just that gravity is precisely as strong as it needs to be. And if the ratio of the electromagnetic force to the strong force was at 1%, life wouldn't exist. What are the odds that would happen all by itself?
Why are you trying to convince me to believe in God? You don't believe in God.
I don't, but the precision of the universe at least makes it logical to conclude there's a creator. There are 5 billion people on this planet, and you're the perfect mom for me. What are the odds of that?
Thank you, Lord.
What?
Lord, not Jesus, Lord. Anyway, so if you actually, learned about the place you live in, no matter what you want to call it, flat earth, the fucking ball, spit it into the space, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. All the things you can prove about life, you'll see the system, you'll see the clocks, you'll see the order. Nothing can have order without something setting the order. That's why when they say the Big Bang happened and everything is happening out of chaos. How the fuck do you build a car? You throw the parts in the factory and it just magically fucking puts itself together through chaos? No. People go in order and put the thing together with intelligent design. Because intelligent things need intelligent designers. That's just the way it goes.
When two people.
Yo, some people say that God made the entire ocean as a playground for this thing right here. Do y'all know what this is? Well, let me show you in the Bible what God says about it. The book of Job says, "Nothing on earth is its equal, no other creature so fearless. Of all the creatures, it is the proudest. It is the king of beasts." So this beast that God calls the king of all beasts is a Leviathan, which...
Has anybody seen the Leviathan? No. Why? Because the ocean is so deep we cannot go all the way down there. And we can't see down there because it's really, really dark. So if it's the king of the beasts and it's all the way in the dark, wouldn't that make it the king of the shadows? And if the Lord made it, would it be on his side? Why would the Lord make something that's like in a movie? You know, like Pacific Rim and all the other fucking monster movies, Godzilla. You know, what the fuck you think Godzilla really is? Where'd he come from? Oh yeah, the water. Big ass lizard thing. So, why would my father make that? Oh yeah, because people think they're fucking hot shit. Men are capable of many, many, many things, and my father knows this. And my father likes to G-check people every now and again and remind them, no matter what the fuck you think of, no matter what you create, I've been ahead of you since the beginning. I'm playing chess with myself up here.
Which is basically an indestructible sea monster that literally only has one weakness, which is God.
Think about that.
My question is like, yo, God, why did you make this? Why do you need this thing, right? And what he said was to show you that my ability to create is way beyond anything that you could ever imagine. So just a reminder that God is in control, and we serve an all-powerful God who literally created creation itself. Think about that. Anyway, get in my comments. Let me know what y'all think of.
Now do you understand why the Bible says don't worship any creation? Because no matter how powerful you think it is, the Lord got somebody waiting for him. And then even if you can beat that thing, you still gotta deal with my father. Are you out of your minds?
My value, I know my worth, and I know my beauty, and that is appreciated by other people because beauty is subjective.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yes. No matter, I believe, what you look like, someone will think you're attractive enough. Right? I believe that. But I also believe there are people that just look better than others, and there's nothing to fucking, you can't deny it. And you can play around, but can you get the results as an attractive person? If you can't, then you're not more attractive. The whole I get dick, I get numbers, I got a husband, I got a... That shit don't matter. That's just a man and that's just a dick. Can you retain a man of value? Can you retain a man that other women want and they can't have them because he chose you? Why would he choose you over them? Men like attraction. So, if, you're not getting chosen by the best of the men, then there's nothing to be ashamed of because, all men aren't the best. So, if you're average, then average men will think you're attractive. And then you should get with an average man. You shouldn't let the fact that there are so many average men soup your fucking head up like, oh my God, I got all these guys on me. Ah, you got dick. You got dick. That's what you got. Sausage party. Who's gonna fucking put up with you and deal with you? Who's gonna accept you for you? You could be fat, skinny, it doesn't fucking matter. If someone accepts it, then you won. If you have a shitty attitude and someone accepts it, you won. As long as you're happy with the person that accepts it. Get it? That's why nobody can tell anybody how to fucking live. Because if you get somebody to accept your way of life and be happy with it, then it doesn't matter what nobody else says because yous are happy. So I give her kudos and respect and understanding of what she's saying, but high beauty has a standard. Just like high value has a standard. Just like the best basketball player, best anything in the world, there's a way to prove it. You can't say you're you could say you look good, you could say you're beautiful in the eyes of people that think you're beautiful. But those same men will think someone else is better looking.
My fatness doesn't devalue me.
Why?
And then there's the ones that are just up there. And then, because it's only so many races and stuff, then we'll all pick the hottest woman of each race. And then what? Then what? Then what?
So I'm an A. I have been pursued by many men who think I am gorgeous and beautiful. That perception exists whether you have it or not. So guess what? I'll never be the only one who thinks I'm hot, and I know that bugs the out of you.
But if I have the value judgment of hundreds of millions of people to compare the standard to, and I know that I'm below that threshold and just decide that I'm above that threshold anyway,
I'm not the only person who makes that